Hi everybody, this is the Baseball Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the People's Champion, your host, and welcome back to the Baseball Hut 2. Hope you like this video and hit that subscribe button as we wind down the Major League Baseball season. You know, a lot of interesting stories are coming out, and I was very curious about this one. It's about the Diamondbacks Jordan Montgomery, who, by the way, has been put into the bullpen. The Diamondbacks. He's never pitched in the bullpen before. He's not pitched well with the Diamondbacks. As you know, he's pitched for the Yankees. He's pitched for the Cardinals. He pitched for the Rangers last year. But he was one of these guys that got signed late by teams. He actually signed at the middle to end of spring training. And that screws up a pitcher's ability to get ready for a season. He was one of many players, many named players that did not sign until late. You know, J.D. Martinez didn't sign late. Matt Chapman didn't sign late. Didn't do anything to sign late. Blake Snell, as you know. You know, so there have been, so there's been a lot of players that were burned, and nobody was burned more than Montgomery by not signing early and not signing like everybody else did, or what's been a regular off-season. It was a very unusual off-season, this past off-season, because it wasn't a very good market, and all these bigger free agents, like Montgomery in particular, did not sign right away. So here's and someone is named to blame. And as you know from the title of this video, which I don't know what it is right now, Diamondbacks, the title of this article from the Bleacher Report, D-backs Jordan Montgomery says Scott Boras butchered his Major League Baseball free agency talks. Scott Boras, the super agent. This is not the first time that he screwed up in recent years a free agency of a player. He might be doing that right now with the New York Mets and Pete Alonso. Jordan Montgomery is unhappy with the way his former agent handled free agency talks last off-season. The Arizona Diamondbacks starting pitcher was candid when speaking about how last offseason went and didn't hold back about his ex-agent, Scott Boras. That was a big thing that happened, was that he fired him. Obviously, Boras kind of butchered it, so I'm just trying to move on from the offseason and try to forget it, Montgomery told the Boston Herald. Montgomery had one of the best seasons of his career during his time with the Cardinals and Rangers last year. He had 3.20 ERA with 166 strikeouts, going 3-1 with a 2.90 ERA in the postseason to help lead the Rangers to a World Series. He had a great year last year. You know, after the big year, he seemed on his way to a long-term lucrative deal in the offseason, but instead settled for a one-year, $25 million contract with the Diamondbacks that includes a $25 million player option for the 25 season. He inked the deal just 2 days before opening day. After Boras butchered his deal, Montgomery has the chance to re-enter free agency this offseason in search of something better. But he hasn't been able to repeat his success from last year. Oh, he's all screwed up. He's all, you know, he's probably fell so far behind his normal routine. Through 19 starts, Montgomery has 67 strikeouts, a 6.44 ERA, and an 8-6 record, far from the numbers he posted last year. His struggles have led to manager Torey Lovullo moving into the bullpen in favor of Ryan Nelson. Man, that's a smack in the face if there ever was one. Montgomery will look to finish the year strong and perhaps earn the lucrative contract he feels he deserved last offseason. Now, 3 years ago, at the 2021 season, Mets outfielder Michael Conforto got a contract from the Mets, a qualifying offer from the Mets. That spring, the Mets and Conforto's camp, which was Scott Boras, were negotiating a 5-year, $100 million contract. And he did not sign with the Mets, and he went for free agency. As you know, we had the lockout. The owners locked out the players that offseason. And Michael, during that lockout, hurt his arm, I don't know, working out, practicing on a field somewhere, and hurt his arm. He did not sign and did not play in 2022. In 2023, he signed a 2-year deal with the Giants. And to be honest with you, he has not been the same player since. He screwed up his free agency, and Scott Boras, I blame him, to screwing up that free agency because the Mets liked him and they wanted to sign him to a long-term deal. And Boras screwed it up for him, in my opinion. I don't know the details of it, what happened there, but he screwed that up. And we're starting to see that a little bit now with the Mets and Pete Alonso. Although I would mention Pete Alonso was given a chance to sign with the Mets before he hired Boras. So I don't know if the age of Boras is starting to catch up on him or he needs to retire, but he's starting to screw up some of these free agent years for some of these players. Now there's no detail on how Boras screwed up everything. But it must have gotten Montgomery so mad that he fired him. So he probably wasn't too happy about the money he got or the years he got. I don't know. I don't know what Montgomery was looking for. He should have gotten at least a 4-year deal from somebody, and he didn't get it. And he didn't have a player attached to him. He didn't have a draft pick attached to him. So it wasn't a situation where some team would have to give up a player. And as you know, teams don't give up their draft picks now. So there's no reason why that he should be the one guy that got signed right away, because he had a good year. He had a good year on a big team, won World Series, pitched well in the World Series and the postseason. There's no reason for that to happen. You let me know what you think about this video, and of course, please subscribe to the Baseball Hit 2, and I'll see you later.